joining us on this morning program. I appreciate you. I welcome you wherever you are joining from. I say, may Chukwu guide them and continue to guide and protect every one of you that has connected. Please like and share the program on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share the program to everyone that is close to you. Let's keep sharing to make sure we get to as many people as possible. It's only by sharing that we can overcome the challenges we have today. If you don't share the program, I bet you will not be able to reach the people we are supposed to reach. So please like and share. Like and share the program. Share to everyone you can be able to reach so that they can join us on this amazing program this morning. While you join, as we are waiting for others to join, you try and share. Share to everyone, family, friends, well wishers. You can equally share to our enemies. Let's get a full house before we start the program. I welcome you all. And before we go in, while we wait for others to connect and join us, let's just listen to the inspirational music before we start up the program while we wait for others to connect and join us in the platform. Chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born. What you get from Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb were born. You must be very, very strong. Biafra.
To organize referendum for children of Biafra. Are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom from Biafra? And I'm going to be number one. If you're looking for 100 men, you'll find 50 in me. Okwe Kucharangi, Mazi Simon Eva, or Mazi Simon Eva, Biko, GC, Kaka, Oko, Akakata, Kaina, the Holy Ghost, Okonye to Porokuno Nasatata.
Let us listen to the prayer of our Supreme Master Kano as we pray along with him and prepare for the sermon of the day.
To offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama who is in heaven. Therefore, as we always comment, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nani Kebine Ligwe, Kahagedin Song, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening. This gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. Only that this gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain. because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. Oh Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the BBOs, the Ison, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in
He said, welcome, 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 wherever you are joining us from on this platform. I welcome every one of you that has connected, wherever you have connected from. I thank you for being part of this platform. Thank you for joining us here every morning to preach the gospel of Biafra and to reach out to those who are lacking information, to make sure that we educate the world on the true situation of things in the land of Biafra. To remind the world that the second war of Biafra and Nigeria is ongoing. No matter how they try to turn a blind eye to this reality, it is something that we must continue to speak about and push it to them so that they will hear us and know that actually we are ready and serious on whatever we are saying. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching anywhere you are watching this program from, I urge you to please, first of all, like and share. Like and share. Like the program and share. Share to your family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Anyone you know you can be able to reach, please reach out to them so that they can join us. Remember, in this very social media, we are facing a great challenge. That is why we are begging you to help us and share so that we can reach to as many people as possible. For those who are joining us on this very platform for the very first time, and those who are going to come across the video for the very first time, I want to remind you that this platform that you are listening from is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic of Nigeria, a platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this very platform where you are watching this program, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack individuals. We do not come here to push information that is against the people. We don't come here for saga. What we do in this platform is to bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole, to tell the world what is going on in Biafra, and most importantly, to educate Biafrans on their rights, to remind Biafrans of their legitimate rights. Some of those rights are the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life. Every morning we come here, it is always an interactive section. In this interactive section, you can see a link that I pinned there. Every one of you have the right to use that link and come in and air your opinion. All you need to do is to click on that link and you'll be in here. When you are coming in, don't come in naked. Make sure that you are covered up. We will not entertain you if you are naked. And when you are speaking, please try as much as possible to be civil in your discussion. Address the audience in a civil manner. The world is watching. The cabinet of Biafra is watching. Our prime minister is watching. So always make sure you present your matter in a civil manner so that it will be properly digested and understood. And whatever you say here, I bet you will be considered and the world will hear you. My fellow Biafran that are watching, we have come once again as we always do. I welcome everyone that has connected. And today, we want to speak about a topic which says, Biafra, Republic Government in Exile, step up the defense of Biafra territory through the Biafra Liberation Army. The Biafra Republic Government in Exile have stepped up the defense of our land through the Liberation Army. This is a fact that only person that will deny is those who are the enemies of the Biafrans. But do we care about what they think? We don't give a damn whatever they think. We don't care whatever they think. We are focused on the restoration of Biafra, and that is where our eyes aim. And before we go into the discussion fully, I want to remind you of Biafra self-referendum. We cannot stop talking about the self-referendum because that is one of the most important things we must do today. One of the most important things that you and I must do is this self-referendum. It is the civic responsibility of every Biafran. As long as you are up to 18 years and above, it is mandatory that you go and cast your vote. There is no genuine Biafran today that is still waiting to be begged. It has been made so simple that every one of us can be able to cast their vote. When we started the self-referendum, it was only online, where your Gmail and pictures were required. But as time goes on, we find out the difficulties our people are facing due to lack of network. Some don't have a smartphone. So we decided to break it down the way it is going to be easy for everyone. The Biafra Republic of Venezuela came together and they derived 3 other means. So divided into 3 ways you can be able to cast your vote and your vote will be eligible. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Venezuela made the announcement, and he said, you can cast your vote manually with a form. All you need to do is to get the form, you fill the form, and you mark yes for Biafra. You submit your form. A phone number was also provided. All you need to do is to call the number. You will be interviewed. Then you give the necessary information that you have, give your data, and then your vote will be casted. third one is people voting online also. You go online through the link and you cast your vote. Today, as we speak, many of you have seen the preparation in Biafra land on the self-referendum. And our enemy are shocked to their bone marrow. You know, some of you sometimes, I tell you that whatever the Prime Minister of Biafra says, any project he brings forward in this restoration of Biafra, don't doubt it, don't question this, just follow. Just have patience for some few minutes and you will see why he did what he did. When we started the self-referendum, the Zoological Republic and the IPOB Nigeria were campaigning against it. So what argument do they have that why would we do it online? As if votes are not done online. As if votes are not done online. We ignore them. We are not distracted, we continue. Now that we have gotten to the final stage of the first phase, the final stage of the first stage of this self-referendum, the dimension have changed. And as you're watching, do not forget that on the 29th of this month, 30th and 31st is a sit at home. 30th remains our Heroes' Day, unchanging. For those who are pushing lies and tell you that the Prime Minister changed the Heroes' Day, he never changed it. The Heroes' Day remains 30th and will be remembered. The other 2 days were only included to enable the Biafran people to cast their vote effectively. That is why other 2 days were included. To make sure that Biafrans have ample time to cast their vote. So for those who will come and begin to tell you a different story altogether, get your mind straight and do not believe those they are nonsense. The Heroes' Day remains 30th. 2 days were added for self-referendum. And not only that, he said today you can see preparation. Millions of cards have been printed. Millions of cards have been printed, which is going to be used for vote in Biafra land. And I bet you Biafrans are going to cast their vote in huge number. We cannot be like this. So we have learned from the expert. We learn from the professionals. We learn from those who knows what to do. That is why we are not going back. So please, if you have not yet casted your vote, go and cast your vote. And also make sure that everyone around you that is up to 18 years and above, help them. Any way you can help them to cast their vote. If you're in Biafra land, just help them to get the form. Fill the form, and that is it. It is made very simple. Very, very simple. You just fill the form, and that is it. You submit your form. I urge everyone, wherever you are, to please do not get distracted and do not allow anybody to come on your way in the course of this struggle that we're in. We are doing what we have to do to see that we get our freedom. We are not working for ourselves. Every single thing we do is for the benefit of the Biafran people, for our collective interest. Whatever you are doing is not just for Mazen Nandikan. For our Prime Minister, Mazen Samuel. Whatever you are doing is for the collective interest of all the Biafrans, far and wide. And I bet you all you have to do is to continue to be consistent, focused, listen to the only right source, which is the Biafra Republic of Venezuela. You will not be deceived. Just pay attention. Listen to every single instruction that is being given. And I bet you, you will never regret it. The most important thing that we have at hand today, the most important project we have at hand today is that self-referendum. Remember, the date of the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra have been fixed to be December 2nd. It cannot be changed. Not because of you, not because of anybody. It will never be changed. All we have to do is to move on. It is forward ever and backward never. We just have to move on until we get to our destination. So remember, you must be consistent at all times, because consistency is the key. If you are consistent, I bet you are going to be glad you did, and you will enter Biafra alive and well. I don't think there is any sensible Biafra that still have a doubt if we are going home or not. I do not believe there are still Biafrans who are living in doubt. Under the new dimension, led by our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, everything is done in the open. There is nothing that is done in the secret today. We have a man who says what he wants to do, and he will go ahead and do it. There are people who claim to be working underground. In the case of our Prime Minister, he doesn't only work underground. He comes out and tells us what he has come up with, and he doesn't miss words. All we need to do today is to pay attention, support, and we will find ourselves in the land flowing with milk and honey. You're welcome, my beloved brother. Thank you so much for joining. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
How was the wonderful night?
Very well, thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome, sir.
I'm happy to have you, sir, and over this very topping of the Biafran celebration. Yeah. So what I have here so much, but I have things done, but the way I have to ask is I will appreciate so much what Prime Minister Simon is doing. The liberation of 7 million Biafrans. And I'm very optimistic Simon is going the right. And what he's giving to is the right thing that is require liberation. Part time, the struggle for liberation and has, but at this time, the right direction. This has never been done. So I hope you are getting me clearly.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So this has never been done, and this is the only time that this, having a template that, and this actually gives me conviction that a total liberation of Biafra. And this gives me a very high courage, and that is the reason why I do not think all the programs of Simon Ekpa homeland from Ecom State. So my prayer all time, God will continue to support Ekpa and continue giving one young wisdom or wisdom
You see?
to carry us along and provide direction that he has going.
You see?
I believe him so much that within a very short time, like he has already announced to us, here we will lay our eyes like we will sleep in Biafra, and then the next morning we see ourselves wake up in Biafra land. That is in Biafra Republic, rather. So that's why I am so glad and I am on the process at all times relentlessly ensuring that I preach this gospel to people who are not aware because of course you can bear me witness that our people are a difficult set of people to convince, having been that British has done a very big harm on our people's mentalities. And so it will take you something to actually convince them to the right path of reasoning or thinking, you know. And this I have been doing all the time. By the special grace of God, there is nobody I will take my time to talk to that will not at a point start reasoning well and start giving focus to this particular direction. So this a lot of them have been asking, I wish to become part of this liberation army. You understand, sir? Hello, sir, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So a lot of men are 100% convinced that the Biafra Liberation Army so that they are ready to fight for their nation. So here I am asking a question on their behalf that how can this be done? Is it possible? So have you get my question?
Yeah, I hear your question that some people don't want to join the Liberation Army. People who are asking on how to join the Liberation Army, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So on that very issue, I think the Prime Minister have addressed it on several occasions on that issue of Liberation Army. A lot of people, we are getting calls on daily basis on those who want to join. Biafrans are eager to be part of it. But for the
I don't
time
know if
being,
it is.
can you hear me?
No, I'm not hearing you clearly.
Wow. Okay. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I don't know if it is network problem.
It might be your network. It might be your network because it's clear over here. Audience, if you can hear us, just type yes. If you can hear me, type yes. Let's know where it's coming from. It should be a network problem.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Okay,
me?
let me go out and come in, sir.
Okay, okay. Go
Go
out
out
and
and
come
come
in.
in again.
Okay, okay. We know that that has always been a problem. That has always been a problem most of the times on this very online issues. Most of the time, you find that it's difficult for people to hold on. Sometimes it might not even be the problem from network and all whatnot. We are getting attacks from all angles, restrictions coming from all angles to make sure that we're not able to communicate with people. But no matter what happens, we will continue to stand strong and focus on our direction. Our beloved brother was asking a question on the Liberation Army. There are some people who he has evangelized with, because from his what I understand, he's one of those who are chosen for the mission, and he is doing his own part, evangelizing, talking to people, educating to people the importance of supporting the liberation of Biafra. And many people who he has been able to educate, so many of them are calling to him and they want to belong to the Liberation Army. They are asking him, how are they going to join the Liberation Army? And in answering that question, I want to say it loud and clear. Our Prime Minister have made it clear that there is no recruitment going on for now. The Biafran Liberation Army have enough men on the ground. We are not recruiting now. The Liberation Army is not making any recruitment. So any Biafran, wherever you are today, just calm down. When there is need for any recruitment, the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, will make the announcement. And you are going to hear the response. You are going to hear it from every of our platform, all the platforms that are under the Biafra Republic of Nigeria. Whenever there is time for recruitment, he personally will announce it. Don't get yourself into trouble because a lot is going on in Biafra as we speak. The infiltrators, the IPOB Nigeria, are busy recruiting people in the name of our Prime Minister, but there is nothing of such. Our Prime Minister has not given any order to anybody to recruit. What we have in Biafra land is the Liberation Army, the Resistance Fighters, the Black Marine, and the Strike Force. None of them is doing any recruitment. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, have said it time and time again that whenever recruitment will happen, it will be announced publicly. It is not going to be done in the secret. If anybody comes to you secretly for any initiation or for you to join any group, do not participate. That is not Liberation Army. I can bet you that the beauty of the liberation of Biafra today, the beauty of it is that every single thing that is being done today is done in the open, not in the secret. That is why our Prime Minister is following every legal means to see that Biafra is recognized and restored. Do not join anyone that is going to be convincing you of the Liberation Army is not recruiting. They are not recruiting. The Biafra Republic of Nigeria have never announced any recruitment. If there will be any recruitment, the Prime Minister himself will announce it. And of course, so many of us here are in his platform on Twitter. He is tweeting almost every minute of the day. You will see his tweet. Every minute you see his tweet. And whenever there is need for men, he is going to announce it. And the recruitment will start. But for now, there's no recruitment. The only problem the Liberation Army have today is how to get their equipment. That is where we are today. The concern today is how to manage the number of people that we have today and also to provide equipment for them. We have enough personnel already. We have reserves already. And if there is need to have more men, it will be announced by the Prime Minister himself. He will announce it. So for now, there is nothing of such. No recruitment is going on for now. None anywhere. Not in the Liberation Army, not in the Resistance Fighters, not in the Black Marine, not in the Strike Force. Whenever there will be a recruitment, the Prime Minister himself will announce it in the open. It will not be done secretly. So every one of us has to be very careful because of the infiltrators, the IPOB Nigeria, who are going on the ground, recruiting people. They go on the ground. Some of them, in the name of our Prime Minister, will tell you that he is not doing any secret recruitment. Nowhere. If anybody tells you of any secret recruitment, it's a lie. Whenever recruitment will start, he himself will announce it. And every of our platform will announce it. People will know. Until you hear that announcement, don't believe anybody. Wherever you see them gathering, it is a setup. They will set you up and they will hand you over to the government, or they will try to turn you around against the Biafran people. That is what they are doing. Just like they confuse some people to come and join the military. That if you join the military, that when Biafra come, you thought they will change you to become a Biafran military. It doesn't happen that way. But some people fell victim. Okay. So in terms of recruitment, be patient. A lot of people are calling in. Biafrans are eager to serve their nation. I know that. Biafrans have the zeal. There are so many of them. If I don't get calls, I get more than 3-4 calls every day. People who want to be part of it. But I tell them, calm down. Calm down. Hold yourself. Every one of us is concerned. When that time comes, it will be announced in the public. Then directions will be given on how to deal with it. Thank you so much, my brother. I hope you had me.
Yeah, I understand you quite all right. And secondly, I want to get something here that I've led a lot of people to vote, because of the tough kind of living.
Network problem. Network. That is the battle of network. We face it all the time, and all we need is patience. We just need patience, and everyone watching, just be patient. Be patient. Whenever there is a break in transmission, we have to be patient for the person to reconnect. This is the challenges we have to face, and it takes consistency for us to be able to survive. It is not only from network; it comes even from the social media providers. The social media providers, they are not making it easy for us. That is why in a platform that have up to 15,000 followers, yet you come online, you hardly see 10 people watching. We have thousands of followers, but when you come online, you can't see people watching. It is not ordinary. And that is why when you come online, we urge you to like and share the program, help us to spread the gospel. Because when you are sharing, it will help to trigger the invitation for others. When you are sharing, if you trigger invitation to others to come in. So it's a challenge we are all facing. So my brother has just made a very wonderful contribution, and every one of us must pay attention to things that are going on. Do not be deceived. Do not be distracted. Don't allow anybody to push you aside or confuse you or deceive you. Be focused. I do understand that Biafrans have the zeal. They are having that zeal to serve their nation. So many Biafrans. Mazen Nan, the kind of school have prayed and said that when the time comes, those who are born for this mission are going to come out. And you see all of them coming out today on different angles and levels. All I'm saying is that don't be overzealous. Control your zeal. Control yourself a little bit when that time comes. Of course, that time is going to come. When the time comes for recruitment, everybody's going to hear it. The only thing you have to do is to pay attention and be security conscious in your own area. Be security conscious in your own area. Be at alert at all times. Today, you can see what is happening in Enugu State. Enugu State today is a new battleground. Peter Mba has opened a new battleground in Enugu State. Enugu State government have secretly signed a bill to establish Ruga. They give it different kinds of name. They give it ranch, they give it settlement. This is Ruga, the same Ruga that they came together and denounced. They came together and said no open grazing. The same Ruga that they came together before. This is why you don't trust these politicians. This is why you must never trust any politician. It does not matter their religion. It doesn't matter their race. It doesn't matter their location. Even if it is your blood brother, do not trust any politician. These people are a bunch of criminals. Nigerian politicians are evil. Peter Mba and his government in Enugu State have secretly signed a bill. They have approved a bill to hand over land to the Fulanis in Enugu State. As we speak, and the Enugu people living in diaspora have written an open letter to him, giving him 72 hours to remove that bill. 72 hours to come down on that bill. This bill was enacted secretly. They didn't make it openly to give the Fulanis a land in Enugu State. I don't know what has come over these people. They do not care about their own people. They only care about their own personal ambition and interest. Evil ambition. I can bet you that even in the northern part of Nigeria, many of the states are not even giving land to the Fulanis. In the north. And by the way, the northern part of Nigeria, judging from their own map, judging from their own figure, the northern part of Nigeria is far, far, far way bigger than the southern part of Nigeria. Let alone talking about the southeast, the place they call southeast today. It is much more bigger than the 5 states that they pressed together. They pressed together that 5 states and say that this is where they regard as southeast, which is a blatant lie. After compressing it to 5 states, they are still coming into the 5 states to demand land. After compressing you, they still come into that 5 states to demand for land when they have almost 18 to 20 something states in the north. They have land mass, empty land mass in the north that can be enough for them to do. If they want to rear the whole cow in West Africa in the north, they can do it. But they wouldn't do it. They come to the southern part of Nigeria, to the southeast of Nigeria. Why would any governor in the south, in that Igbo, in that 5 state they call Igbo state, in that criminal state that Nigeria formed, why would any human being that is sensible consider leaving an inch of land to anybody else? They have compressed you. The old southeastern region that we know, which is the original southeast, is the present south and the southeast. They compress you into one tiny area and they nicknamed it, they say the Igbo speaking state. And when we know that this place, even where they put you, is not the Igbo speaking area, we have Igbo speaking people in 12 to 13 states in that contraption called Nigeria. We have Igbo speaking people in all the south, in Lower Kogi and Lower Benue. They compress you, and yet they are coming into that same little area to demand for land. And a governor went secretly and signed a bill. May God have mercy. You're welcome back, my brother. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, my brother? Can you hear me? This network problem, I think it's a network problem. Can you hear me, my brother? Wow, the network is really bad out there. The network is bad. They can't allow you to make your contribution. That is the challenges we have to face. That is what happens in a place that is not organized. A place that is not organized. That is what happens. But Chukwu Okukabema will see us through. My beloved brother, you've tried a lot, and I've seen your zeal and your contributions you are making. We really, really appreciate. And I would like to keep on getting in touch with you. You can equally write a message. You can write a message and keep a message so that I can be able to answer your questions through the message. If you cannot be able to speak up, maybe next time you'll try again if the network is going to permit, because the network is so bad, they are not allowing you to relate. So whatever happens, we must continue. So my fellow brothers and sisters, this is how bad it is. The idiot called Mba has opened another gate of hell in Enugu State, and he's going to get it woto woto. They are going to get it woto woto. They are going to receive it woto woto. That one is concerned. There's no two ways about it. Mba is going to receive it woto woto. This is an idiot who never won an election, who fraudulently forced himself. Now you begin to understand. This is why these evil men choose people who are not qualified for posts. This is why they handpick your governors, the people that are going to play their role and do their biddings. This is why they handpick your governors. They take people who are going to do their biddings. They have been doing this for time immemorial, and they continue to do it. How can you imagine such a dangerous bill in a country where you know the highest threat in that contraption called Nigeria today is the Fulani herdsmen? The Fulani herders are the highest threat in that contraction called Nigeria. And the government of Nigeria has no plan whatsoever to curtail the madness of these people. Instead, they are pushing them and forcing them into other people. Today, Peter Mba embraced them. The same Ruga that people rejected, the whole South came together and rejected it. Now, you that have even the smaller portion of the land, you are giving them from it. Look at the loss of life that's happening in Enugu State. Look at how they are taking the life of people in Enugu State. And this Mba has never done anything to stop the taking of life of Biafran people in Enugu State. He has never stopped it. Enugu people continue to lose lives. And the worst is that when the herdsmen enter and commit their havoc, the military will also come and burn their houses. It is not just about the herdsmen. The military comes with the herdsmen and burn the house of the innocent people. And nobody will speak for them. Many people have been made homeless in Enugu State as we speak. But what do they get? No compensation from the governor, no protection for the governor. And what he's doing is to take the land and hand over to the Fulanis in the platter of gold. Secretly. Well, for the Enugu people in diaspora who have written a letter, it is good you wrote a letter, but a letter will not solve the problem. Every one of you have to connect to the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, because this is not the time of writing letter. This is not the time of protest. This is not the time of petition. Some of you fail to understand this. This is the problem. I saw the letter that the Enugu people in diaspora wrote. Excellent. That is good. But this is not the time for that. This is not the time of writing of letter, organizing protest, talking. And it is the time for action. And somebody is already in the front. The Biafra Republic Government in Exile, under the command of our Prime Minister, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, he is ready and willing to defend you at any minute, any day. The Liberation Army are at alert. So why are you wasting your time? The only thing you have to do, those of you in diaspora, come together, support the Liberation Army the best way you can, equip the Liberation Army, and then watch and see what's happening in seconds. Those idiots have been driven away from so many places. The Liberation Army have given them a chase. So why are you still following a system that only empowers them? Your writing of letter only empowers them to do more. They don't understand that language. They don't understand it. The language that this Janjaweed understand is the language of force. Once they give it to you, you give it to them 10 times. The same cup they used to feed you water, you use that same cup and give them to drink so that they can taste it and see how it feels. That is the language they understand. Write your petition from today to next year, till thy kingdom come. It's not going to fly anywhere. That idiot, Peter Mba, will not listen to you. The only people that can send him packing and correct his brain is the Liberation Army. You don't just stay in diaspora and write. You wrote excellently, that was nice, but that is not enough. Connect with the Liberation Army, connect with the Biafra Republic Government in Israel under the Prime Minister and see things change. You see his condition in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma with all the jet fighters, armor tanks that he brought to Imo State. Where is he? Where is he? How successful has he been? If not that the Liberation Army are taking on him, he would have decimated the Biafran people over there. But today, he can't even have his day in that state. If you are in Enugu State, living in diaspora, I am telling you that this is not the time for petition. It is not the time for complaint, not the time for letter. We are in the time of action. The restoration of Biafra we're talking about is not a joke. On the 2nd of December, the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra will happen. And already, the delegitimization of Nigerian government in Biafran territory has started. So whatever policy or law they are enacting does not stand. It doesn't hold water. Get that and get it clear. Whatever bill they are enacting in Enugu State doesn't hold water. That is old Enugu State. Now we have new states. Peter Mba has no jurisdiction in that area. The earlier you understand it, the better. Ignore him. Focus on the Liberation Army. Focus on the Biafra Republic of Nigeria. We have a de facto government on the land. Biafra land is going to be defended, with or without you. The only thing you have to do is to focus and put your money where your mouth is. It is not enough to cry. It is not enough to complain. We have been complaining for decades. We have been writing petition and protest for decades. We are no longer in that. We are in the time of restoration. In this era of restoration, it is either you join it or you face the consequence of your actions. Every Biafran, wherever you are, you must learn to do the right thing at the right time. Don't be distracted. Do not be distracted. Do not be threatened or frightened with their blackmail and propaganda. Of course, they are going to come after us. Mazen Nandekano made this clear and said, they will kill us. We'll kill him. At the end of the day, Biafra is going to come. Freedom doesn't come cheap. It comes with a lot of sacrifice. And if you are not ready to put your life on the line, it means you are not ready to be free. Every one of us should increase our support to the Biafra Republic of Nigeria. Wherever you are, more especially those people in diaspora that are writing that letter. Letter writing her time have ended. Get it straight. Letter writing time has ended. The Biafran people have a government as we speak. We have our own government. We are running a parallel government with government in that territory. So you must have to know where your own fate lies. You must have to know whom to call on to. You must know whom to call to, who to rely on. Why are you calling on your enemies to fight, to sort the problem out? Why are you trying to make peace with somebody who does not have peace in his or her dictionary? Why are you making peace with somebody who is not interested in it? How are you going to achieve it? It is only the peace of the graveyard. So when you arrive in your grave, that is when you're going to get that peace you are looking for. Because the person you are pursuing the peace with is not ready to have peace. For peace to be achieved, both sides must be interested in the peace. That is why the zoo is irredeemable, because the people who are causing havoc are not ready for any discussion. And in this era, we are not ready to discuss with them either. To your tent, O Israel. I hope that Biafrans will wake up and begin to do what they are supposed to do, because we have come a long way. We have suffered a lot. We have suffered a lot, and we cannot continue to be on this very path. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to strengthen us and show us the path that we shall go. How long shall we continue to listen to these idiots? How long shall we continue to ignore things that we're supposed to do for ourselves? How long shall we continue to complain and cry? It is time for us to take action. Do what we have to do. Don't think that these people do not know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. The evil they are committing, they know. The havoc they are causing, they know. Whatever you see them doing, they are doing intentionally to destroy their land. And those who have made themselves a willing tool in the hand of this caliphate can do everything to keep themselves on top. That is why every governor in Biafra land are busy destroying their own people instead of protecting them. From A to Z, no one of them is spared. My fellow Biafrans, we must rise up and focus on the truth. And the time is now. Focus on the reality of the day. Stop listening to propaganda and blackmails. Focus. Keep your focus on the real thing, and I bet you things will change. If you have not casted your vote on the self-referendum, please do go and cast your vote. Make your registration for your ID card through the Biafra Security Administration.org. Apply for your ID card so that you can be able to get your ID card. Register for the convention, which is coming up by November, December, so that you'll be part of that convention. Support the Liberation Army the best way you can. Invest in the Liberation Army. That is the only hope we have. If you do, at the end of the day, every one of us will be safe and secure, and we will have a reason to be glad that we did. Thank you so much for joining me on this morning program. I appreciate every one of you, and I will be back again in evening. In the evening time, we are going to speak more on other issues, and I hope that we can be able to have a good network then so that people will be able to interact properly. My beloved brother that just spoke, I appreciate your contribution. I thank you. No matter the network did not allow you to finish up your line of thought, we still have more time. Every morning, I'm always there, morning and evening. In the evening, I'm still going to be online to make some broadcasts. May Chukwu guide and protect every Biafran, guide and protect the Liberation Army, the resistance fighters, the strike force, the Black Marine. May Chukwu guide and protect them. Guide and protect the federal government in the homeland, every member of the cabinet, every member of Biafra, Republic of Exile, every member of the media that is speaking out. May Chukwu guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Samonipa. We pray for his protection, pray for his safety, pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. We pray for Mazen Nandekano for divine protection, for divine security, for divine favor, for divine health. We pray that Mazen Nandekano will be free and he will join us again very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafra shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Samon shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Speaker Mazi Nandeka shall prosper. Thank you so much for joining on this program. I appreciate you. And may Chukwu continue to guide and protect every one of us. Thank you so much and stay safe. See you again next time. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move. Airborne.